My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my fill-in co-host for the day, Paparazzi. What's going on, Poppy?
Not too much. Glad to be here. Lots of sports going on this weekend.
I figured I was going to do a sports-based podcast today, do nothing but give these people information about what's going on, every particular sport. Couldn't brought a better guy with me to break it all down. You know what I mean? As you know, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend. People are in full effect. Get the chips, get the salsa, get the guacamole, get out the Corona, the cervezas, the cerveza, everything you could possibly imagine. It's cracking this weekend. As you know, you got Alvarez fighting Daniel Jacobs, which is something we'll talk about a little bit later. Mm-hmm. That's more of a marquee matchup than people are giving that fight credit for. It's middleweight. The line is right at 600. Like I said, we'll get into a little detail about that as well. As you guys know, today is May 2nd, 2019, podcast number 215. Your bookie is a dick fiend, and I think we all know that by now. If you guys are just tuning into this show, it is a spinoff of my show Money Talks on CNBC. I made history with the first person in history as a sports consultant to be advertised on national television. Shout out to CNBC. Ever since then, everyone's just been copying my blueprint of what I accomplished, but I made history with the show as the best sports consultant money can buy. If you haven't seen it, check it out, Money Talks YouTube. You can check all episodes. All you got to do is Google Money Talks CNBC YouTube.
That's correct.
My focus right now is the VIP Sports Podcast to not only support the legalization of sports betting, but to show all you amateur sports bettors that don't know what it is, not only what the lingo is, but how to make money doing it. I mean, after all, you do like making money, correct? I think you guys are going to love this podcast. Like I said, every Thursday you can catch our podcast brought to you by our boys over there at mybookie.ag. Advertising opportunity. If you're watching or listening to the podcast, you own a small business, work at a company interested in getting involved in this billion-dollar industry. Well, it's pretty much trillion-dollar industry now.
Now it is, yes.
Jesus, and that's not still counting all the offshore and shit that's underground. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like I said, you guys want to get involved in this billion/trillion-dollar industry, send me an email to advertising@VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you with all the details, how you could become a sponsor of the show. Actually got a great show for you today. It's going to be a sports-filled show. We're going to give you a lot of information on how to make fucking money betting against the spread. Like I said, this show is all about sports betting. It's all about winning games against the spread. I don't preview every game. The only games that I go over are either teams that you need to follow the trend and get paid on, or teams you need to stay the fuck away from that'll leave you in the poorhouse. Last thing you want to do is be losing all your games right now, have a bad attitude, go home. As soon as you think you're having it rough with losing games, you find out your wife's fucking the neighbor. It could get a lot worse. You know what I mean, Bobby?
I can attest to that, yes.
So a lot of shit can go on out there, guys. Make sure if you gamble, you do it the right way. The formula for success in sports betting, which I've told you many times, is money management and discipline. Betting one game a day, not every day, and betting the same amount of money on every game. Anybody that tells you any difference is a liar. Plain and fucking simple. I'm third generation born and raised out here in Las Vegas, and it's what we do for a living, and it's my job to make you guys money. Because remember, if you don't get paid, I don't get paid. And boy, do I love that fucking paper, Poppy.
I know you do.
God damn. Got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the Kentucky Derby, which is one of the reasons why I brought you here. The big news is what? One of the horses got scratched?
Yes, Richard Mandel is the favorite, Omaha. He got scratched. The horse was to be ridden by Mike Smith, who won the Triple Crown last year.
Don't get all into it, but yeah, we're going to talk about it later.
Yes.
So it is true the top horse did get scratched. Has that happened before?
It did happen 6 or 7 years ago. Joe Talamo was riding a horse that got scratched the day of the Derby. But I think this is the first time in a very long time that the actual favorite was scratched.
Yeah. I mean, I've scratched my nuts a lot during the Derby, but actually the horse was scratched from the...
Correct.
All right. Anyway, quick boxing news. Like I said, we'll talk about Alvarez and Jacobs. Quick basketball news. Not really into basketball right now. No offense, guys. If you're out there and you're sports better and you're telling me that you've been murdering in the NBA, do me a favor and save that bullshit for somebody else. No real sports better has time for predetermined sports. Bottom fucking line. We'll leave it at that. Basketball sucks cock right now. Period. We're going to go over some Major League Baseball. Actually, I put together a Major League Baseball segment to go over just to let you guys know who's hot, who's not, who's getting you that money, and like I said, who will fuck you over. NHL playoffs are in full effect. Just because the Golden Knights lost, just because the Golden Knights got robbed.
That's true.
Doesn't mean I have a bad, taste in my mouth with hockey in general. The playoffs are still very, very good, and they've been very good to us over here at VIP Sports.
Very profitable all year long.
Those first period plays that we've been giving out,
unbelievable.
Guys, if you're on my first periods, you already know what time it is. I ain't talking about your girls' period or first period in school, those first period hockey NHL totals. 80+%. There isn't another sports fucking show in the fucking world in the beginning of the season that gave you a stat that ended up being at 80%, and that's that first period fucking total.
Correct. All season long, we gave you Tampa over, Chicago over, Dallas under. Go look at the podcast, guys.
Men lie, women lie. You can try to remake my show, Money Talks, and lie, but people see right through that bullshit. You know what I mean? Numbers don't.
Correct.
Numbers fucking don't, dude. You know what I mean? So you want to get a hold of us, make sure it's me, 877-220-6540. You're looking for a free pick, go to my website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettors. Whether you're small or tall, crawling or balling, I got you. I'm on top of the mountain looking down. I'll reach my hand out. All you got to do is grab it. I'll bring you right to the top. I'm also going to motivate you guys in this podcast, get all you guys out there that got your head up in your ass because the weather's beautiful, show you how to get back on the grind, get your in the mental focus, mental clarity, back on grinding, back on getting this fucking money. Because, like I said, that's what it's all about. My job is to inspire you. Get your swag back. Turn your mouthpiece from a BB gun to an Uzi overnight type deal. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Master Closer 101's real close, guys. It'll be launching right after the merch brand, which, by the way, be looking forward to that major merchandise line. Absolute blowout winner. It's going viral. Make sure you pick yourself up one. You got winners and losers. Which one are you?
They need to make sure also that they go check out the latest Rolls-Royce cam because that was some great motivation in there.
Well, like I said, you guys love my motivation. It's one thing to see. Here's the thing, as far as all of our followers, 100-something thousand on Instagram or whatever, and the subscribers to the podcast on YouTube, whatever it is, 11,000 or whatever like that. I mean, these motherfuckers, love us. Mm-hmm. And as far as the Rolls-Royce cam. Out of all those followers, you realize a lot of them are guys that want to be me, sports consultants, and all the guys that are competitors are trying to do what I do to copy our base. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, at the end of the day, I want people to be excited. They're not always going to embrace me telling you I'm the best in the world. Look at me, I'm bigger than you. Look at my dick, it's bigger than yours. However, when I give out those Rolls-Royce cams, it's all about motivation. Mm-hmm. It's not saying that I'm a better sports consultant than you, I make more money than you, blah, 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 I win more games than you. It's about telling everybody in general how to get their day motivated, how if they're down and out, this is what you can do. If somebody tells you they're skeptical, skepticism is a sign of intelligence. If you weren't skeptical, I think something was wrong with you. Somebody tells you, I have to ask my wife. I mean, would you have to call your wife if you saw a $100 bill blown in the wind, ask her if you could pick it up? I mean, my job is to give you guys rebuttals. The best salesman in the world, and you'll see that Master Closer 101, is somebody that can overcome any objection the correct way. Saying the right thing at the right time. Doing your voice fluctuation, laughing with them. Know how to get angry. Know how to be a little, excited and sincere. That's how you be a pro in this business. So I'm going to motivate you a little bit, throw you out some shotgun positivity because you deserve it. Like I said, guys, there's enough money in this fucking industry for everybody, and I want to make sure you get your fair share.
That's true.
If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. When you click the subscribe button, make sure you also click that little bell. That way you get notifications too. Rolls-Royce cam, the Sportsbook
reviews.
101s, whatever we're doing. Like I said, YouTube, you got to spread the word around. Tell one of your friends or send one of your friends the link, and I'll look out for you when you call the office. Because, you know, my podcast on YouTube should have a hell of a lot more than 11,000 subscribers, averaging fucking 6,000 videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Instagram with the sportsbook reviews are absolutely blowing up, and there's no reason the podcast here aren't getting towards the same. So, guys, tell your friends, tell your family. Obviously, you know it's a great show and very profitable as well.
We always appreciate your comments. We always appreciate your thumbs up. Like I said, you give it a thumbs down, I got a thumb up that can go right up your ass. You know what I mean? Anyway, because if you know anything about sports betting, I might be cocky, we might talk a little shit, but we're here for you. It's you and I against the bookie, not you and I against each other. Only people that take offense are guys that want to be me, claiming to do what I do. Have a sports consulting office that's licensed and bonded in the state of Nevada. Actually put pictures of your clients on Instagram that you make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Actually have an office of 25 guys. An office that does $15 million a year. A guy that actually does more than picks games off a fucking computer and sits in Mexico on a villa claiming to be a sports consultant.
That's that Hawaiian.
You got marketing guys, and then you got guys that actually do what the fuck they say. I'm the modern day motherfucking Lefty Rosenthal. I ain't no fucking marketing fucking dork, you know what I mean, that uses my fucking parents' money. I'm a kid from the fucking streets that earned my fucking title, earned my respect in this fucking world, and made millions of dollars doing it, and ain't a fucking thing anyone can do about it. However, it's enough money for everybody, so it's my job to make sure that I give you guys the information to break these fucking books. Show you what traps are. Show you the line differential. There's a lot of people getting murdered by these sports books right now, and all they do is keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They don't call me Bookie Killer for nothing. Let's begin this podcast and show these guys how to break these fucking books.
Yeah, and I don't think the world's richest athlete are walking in anybody else's office or going to hockey games with other guys. I'm pretty sure you're the
No, man, speaking of Floyd Money May, what's up, homie? I miss you fighting on fucking Cinco de Mayo. You know, that was your date.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We took it away. You know what I mean? That was our fucking day, TMT all day. So we miss you fighting on Cinco de Mayo, Money May. And I would tell you to come back, but because you're my personal friend and I know you're sitting on that billion, do your thing, player. Go spend that fucking money. I know I would. That's for goddamn sure. Poppy, you think you can maybe read any of the script, or you want me to do the whole thing? I brought you on to make my job a little easier.
I can do it.
Where can you listen to the show at?
Well, you can listen to the VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Pocket Cast, and all other major podcast platforms. Or simply ask Alexa or your preferred smart speaker to play the VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast. We post new episodes every Thursday night. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at VIP Sports LV. And you can direct message us with any questions, and we will get right back to you.
Fuck, you did that without sweating and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I mean,
Holy
it's a
fuck.
first, yeah.
You must be focused today, huh?
I'm mentally clear without weed. The Master Closer Kush I do want to try, though, because
Oh, you're trying that? I mean, who are you lying to? You've tried it several different
I
times.
did.
It gives you mental clarity, mental focus.
It does.
Turns your positivity, makes you leave all your problems at the door so you could come in and transfer to be a beast.
Yes.
It ain't no motherfucking secret. I'm Darren Otero. You know what I mean? But don't get it wrong. Steve Stevens is the guy I transform into at the office. Steve Stevens makes all the money. Darren Otero's the dude who sits back, smokes kush, and spins that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get right into the Kentucky Derby, paparazzi.
All right.
Kentucky Derby favorite Omaha Beach will not compete in Saturday's race because of an upper airway injury. He was at 30-1. Will replace Omaha Beach, which is, what's his name? Bodie Meister?
Yeah, Bodie Meister is named after Bob Baffert's son, Bodie.
Okay, so tell me a little. Okay, well, first of all, tell me, Poppy, what is an upper airway injury in a horse?
It has something to do with breathing.
By the way, guys, not to cut you off, I do that a lot. Paparazzi raced horses professionally, has a lot of inside information in that game, no bullshit. A lot of stuff that I won't even tell him to say on air. We'll just say it's a dirty fucking game. Just so you know, this guy's know what the fuck he's talking about. So what is an upper airway energy?
Upper airway has something to do with breathing, and when you have a horse like that, that's one of the main things. You know, either physical injury or something with bleeding or breathing. So when you have an injury like that, especially with a horse this valuable, you're not going to take a chance. I applaud them for not going and risking this horse, especially at 3 years old. So
Only at 3 years old.
Yeah, I feel horrible that you have to scratch as the favorite out of the Derby, but they are doing right by the horse. Now, Mike Smith, who won the Triple Crown last year with Justify for Bob Baffert, chose this horse over Game Winner, who was undefeated for Bob Baffert. So Bob Baffert had a choice to go now and put Mike Smith up, but he declined to do so. So Mike Smith is left without a ride in the Kentucky Derby, which, again, I feel sad for Mike Smith because he's getting up there in age. He's one of the greatest riders of all time. But,
well, I mean, you missed the other thing you were sad about. For a horse to have upper airway injury, how much should they shooting into this motherfucker at 3 years old? You think he just got that from out there in the pasture in his fucking stall? Or?
You know, when you have younger horses, you have to go a little bit easier with shooting them up with dope and stuff like that. But the airway injuries and stuff like that, that's more internal and everything.
You think
like
it could have been like he got hit or what?
Not so much hit. I think it's just something to do with breathing.
Okay.
So they're going to take every precaution.
They ran the horse a little too fucking hard. His lungs almost blew the fuck out, and he's got to chill out. Is that pretty much the street way?
That could be.
Street version of that injury?
That could very well be, yes.
All right, good. They basically fucked his ass up, ran his ass to the fucking as hard as he fucking could, and he's got to take a break. Now, talk to me about Bodemeister at 30-1, who's replacing Omaha Beach.
Bodemeister is a horse named after Bob Baffert's son, Bodie. He's an outsider. He got lucky to draw into the field due to the early scratch. Now, Omaha Beach could have waited till race day to scratch. Bodemeister would have never got in, but I give them credit. They scratched the horse, so Bodemeister did get in. Now you got game winner at 4-1, who's going to be the favorite. A roadster at 9-2. Bob Baffert is going to have the favorite in the Derby again. Bob's won the Triple Crown twice in the last 4 years with American Pharoah and Justify. So you got Bob Baffert here again, showing up on the big day with guns loaded. Other horses who've got a real good shot in here are Improbable, Maximum Security.
Maximum Security. What
Yes.
do these motherfuckers know about being in prison?
I don't
Maximum Security, huh?
I don't know who named that horse.
Ain't a motherfucker in that horse racing circle, Maximum Security, except for the guy that's committed fraud on the horse racing shit. The only guy.
That could be.
Yeah, Maximum Security is where they should be for fucking doping these horses and setting the game up. That's for goddamn sure. Anyway, who else?
Tacitus is 8-1 over morning line, and Code of Honor is a 10-1. Me personally, I think this race is wide open. I would not be betting the favorite in here. I think there's lots of horses here that are competitive. So,
I like
guys,
that.
look at the race, look at the track, look at the conditions. Try and find yourself a price here, because I think the favorites are going to get beat.
Well, and based off that, when I run my promotion here in a little bit, don't forget, part of that is going to be the Kentucky Derby as well, as we always spoke about before. So be listening for my promotion here in a little while. It comes with the Kentucky Derby. But Paparazzi hit it right on the head. It's not going to be the favorite to have an easy win in this race, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fantastic, valued race.
Correct.
And if you know your fucking horses, you can get absolutely paid on this particular Kentucky Derby.
Make sure you call VIP Sports, because there will be a play on this race.
I told you guys about boxing. Cinco de Mayo has always been an action-packed weekend with Cinco de Mayo celebrating out here in Las Vegas. There's always a top fight, and the Kentucky Derby is always going at the exact same time. But Canelo Alvarez, 51, 1-2, 35 KOs. Daniel Jacobs, 35-2, 29 KOs, will clash Saturday night in a middleweight title unification bout at T-Mobile Arena. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Canelo is a $500 to $600 favorite in this fight. Jacobs is plus 410. Let's talk about this. Oh, by the way, the distance is about 140 right now. I don't see, let's just get into this fight right here. I don't see Canelo dropping and knocking Jacobs out the way he thinks he is at all.
I agree with you. I was really impressed at the Jacobs shape yesterday at the weigh-in. He definitely has a size advantage over Canelo. And I agree with you. I think this is going to be a fight.
It's going to be a solid fight. Don't get me wrong. Canelo is a beast. I'm not hating on him. As you know, I was front row with Money May when we gave Canelo his first loss, which, by the way, he learned from and turned into a goddamn beast.
Yes, it is.
It's a loss and a big paycheck he definitely should have endured. A lot of these boxers shouldn't take an L or fight someone like Floyd at that position, but it actually helped him tremendously. Canelo, as long as he doesn't get in his feelings, like you said, Jacob's got a reach. He's a little bit taller than this kid, and it's going to come down to strictly boxing. Canelo likes to get in the inside. He considered himself a power hitter. He likes to tear up your body a little bit and always looking for the knockout. Do I see Jacobs knocking Canelo out? No, I don't either. I think it's going to be more of a boring fight. I think they're going to do more boxing than you guys are used to. I don't think Canelo's going to be able to get inside as easy And when you watch a guy like Canelo and Jacobs, who aren't known for pretty dancing around boxing techniques like Floyd May, you're in for a boring fight. What do you think about this fight?
Again, first off, I want to say congratulations to Jacobs because he's a cancer survivor. So to do that and be able to come back at this level, that's very encouraging, and it should show everybody that.
How about
that
this?
It's not, defeating.
Shout out to all cancer survivors
Correct.
or people that are fighting cancer right now.
Correct.
Keep your head up. Shout out to everybody out in the Armed Force Radio Network and in the Armed Forces supporting our company so I can give a podcast and have fun and talk shit with Poppy. Sorry,
Correct.
go ahead, bud.
So, Jacobs, again, I was very impressed. I think he's here to fight. Obviously, it's Cinco de Mayo. Vegas is going to be going crazy. We're going to have a lot of Canelo fans here. But I agree with you. I think this is going to be a fight. It's going to be boxing, and I don't see a knockout or anything like that. I think it's going to be a very technical fight, and I think it's going to be a probably decision Canelo. That's where my money's going to go.
Well, let me ask you this. Who do you think is going to make more money over the weekend? The casinos from all the events going on and people coming into town to bet because of the fight and stuff like that. Think very closely, okay? The casinos, the sports book, which, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand, a lot of these sports books aren't owned by the casino. Right. So a casino and a sports book, two different things. Who do you think is going to make more money? The casino, the sports book, or the prostitutes this weekend?
Ugh, man, that's a dead heat. That might be a triple.
Don't forget, it's a Canelo fight. When the essays fight, they spend big money on the host.
That's true. I might go with the prostitutes.
And you have to realize that a lot of people are getting their money taken right now in the NBA playoffs from the sports book.
Yes.
Baseball, underdogs are covering left and fucking right out there.
Correct.
Which means it's not a secret. People are getting murdered right now.
Correct.
And then you got the good old prostitute that's showing up at all ages. I would have to say the prosties are probably the casino.
Yeah.
Sportsbook coming in third because they do a lot of. There's going to be a lot of casino revenue and gambling due to the fact that the fight is in town this weekend.
And the Derby
and the Derby, of course.
Correct.
Well, the Derby goes under the sportsbook.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I had to label it, I would say I'd have to say the toots first, and then we're going to come in with the sportsbook / casino. I'd say casino second, sportsbook third. Okay. Everybody's going to be collecting a lot of money. Is that fair to fucking say?
Yes.
Vegas is going to create a lot of money this weekend, Poppy.
Yeah, and if the Vegas Knights weren't robbed, we probably would have had them.
Oh, my God. We'd be making it rain everywhere. Money holes and clothes anybody would know.
We had the Billboard Awards last night.
Yes, they did. My boy Drake picked up a lot of fucking trophies last night.
And one of the Jonas Brothers secretly got married by
Did
Elvis right out. Joe Jonas right
out. I thought you had some eerie information, like one of them took a strap on in his ass or something.
He may have after.
Well, usually when they come to Vegas, they get on do a little blow and get out. Some outrageous shit happens. You know what I mean?
But it stays. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, that's for fucking sure. That gay ass shit will get out though. You know what I mean? That's a little corny. Anyway, Las Vegas, the Big Three conducted its annual draft, as you know, Wednesday night here in Las Vegas. And Lamar Odom smiled when asked about starting the next chapter of his basketball career in the city that nearly took his life. Well, guys, it wasn't the city that nearly took his life. It was Nevada. It was the state that nearly took his life, number fucking one. He didn't OD in Nevada. He OD'd up at the brothel, coked out of his motherfucking mind, whatever the case was. But anyway, Odom says, it's crazy because I have so much history with Las Vegas, Nevada. I almost went to school here. I've told you guys in my podcast before, both of them came here. We almost had both. Odom was supposed to be here. We were supposed to have the Banyan brothers right after that. So, these are things that I've already told you, but it's no bullshit. He literally was supposed to play for the UNLV Rebels due to his relationship with Jerry Tarkanian. And then if you don't recall, who's the one that picked him up? Big Jerry over there in San Antonio. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. You got a couple different things. It's crazy because he almost went to school here. He fell out here. He said it's crazy that it's happening for him here now. And a lot of life-changing situations have happened for him in Vegas. Well, Lamar, I'm really happy for you that a good one's happening for you now. You know what I mean?
Funny enough, he actually lived 8 houses down from me when he was here in Vegas. And the night he OD'd, I was actually up at the Bunny Ranch doing video, getting the detectives, grabbing evidence and everything like that. So I was very much on the case.
Damn, police paparazzi, huh?
I
was at home smoking blunts, you know what I mean?
Yes, the next day is when I started my relationship with you, actually. So.
Well, I tell you what, one thing about him, any motherfucker that tells a Kardashian, any single motherfucker that tells a Kardashian, bitch, I don't like you, you suck, and I'm fucking other bitches, you are definitely one of my idols. You know, because at that point, you must have never thought you were running out of money, Lamar. Believe me, the faucet always shuts off, my friend. I know that firsthand. I've been fucking kicked to the bottom several different times, and that's why I applaud you. It's not how you fall, it's how you get the fuck back up. I give you support in several ways. Number one, like I said, you told a Kardashian, fuck you. That was your golden ticket for life. What the? You must have been high as fuck to be doing some shit like that. You never get rid of one of them Kardashians. No. Holy shit. Yes. But anyway, and then I applaud you for getting back. You're playing the game you love, basketball, which means you obviously aren't on any dope. Can't smoke rocks and play basketball. No. The two don't mix. No. Ask my boy Keon Clark that played for the Rebels. You know what I mean? Went to Utah, straight beast. Anthony Mason. The list goes on and on. A guy smoking crack, playing ball. It's like two dicks. It just don't mix. You know what I mean, Paparazzi?
No, I don't know what you mean on that. But,
you sure about that, Poppy?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. I'm just making sure. But it's similar to that. Yes. It just don't.
I'll take your word on it.
Well, you should. Anyway, Major League segment, guys, brought to you by mybookie.ag. We all know that watching sports is fun, but it's a hell of a lot more entertaining when you got action on the games. You've heard us talking about mybookie.ag for weeks now, with its one bet that you'll be happy with all year long. Created by online gaming pioneers in 2012, MyBookie vows to improve the sports betting experience where so many other brands have failed. Year in and year out, MyBookie.ag has delivered on its promise of excellent customer service and fast and easy payouts. With in-game live betting and the most rewarding player perks in the business, MyBookie is the place to put in your action. And today, MyBookie.ag is offering a 50% deposit bonus on all new accounts to jumpstart your bankroll. That's pretty fucking big if you ask me, Poppy.
Yeah.
Log on to MyBookie.ag to use the promotional code Las Vegas, all one word, to collect on the industry's biggest bonus incentive. And make sure you follow Bet MyBookie on Twitter, Instagram to get the latest odds and props as they are posted. Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you should be betting at mybookie.ag. And remember, who you're betting on is just as important as who you're betting with. Don't you agree, Poppy?
Yeah, I think with that 50% bonus this week with the fight, the derby, every playoffs, I'd take advantage.
Let's get right into it. The VIP pitcher of the month for April, Tyler Glasnow. Tampa Bay Rays is throwing strikes and dominating and looks like a potential, to me, Cy Young contender. What are you thinking, Poppy?
Well, with his 5-0 record, 1.75 ERA in his first 6
Say that again?
5-0 record.
And with a 1.75 ERA in his first 6 starts.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
And only making a little over $500,000 a year.
That's the best part of Tampa Bay. That's what they love the most about him.
I think he needs Steve Stevens to go negotiate.
Listen, buddy, do me a favor, dude. Give me a call immediately. We will have you not start in the next game. You're going to fucking strike, and you're going to demand more money because $556,000, Big Skipper's pulling in more than that a year, and that actually double that a year.
Yes.
So you're in the limelight. You deserve more. Call me, and I'll make you fucking rich. Fair enough? Anyway, what do you think about this kid?
I think he's good. Pittsburgh had him.
You think he's good?
Pittsburgh had him. I don't think they wanted to lose him, but he went over to Tampa. He's been great this year. I don't think anybody else has even come close so far. And Tampa Bay's been a surprise team. Their ERA as a team is way down. Their games, a lot of them are going under, and Tampa's been really good. Although they did lose a doubleheader yesterday.
Yes, they got pounded. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
KC pounded them in the first game and came back and nutted in their face in the second one.
They did.
Yes, they did. MVP watch. Let's talk about some MVP watches. Cody Bellinger, open month for the ages, have made him the early leader in the MVP race. He has tied the record for the most home runs, which, by the way, is 14, and the most RBIs, 37, before May 1st.
Hell of a start for him, and we've talked about it before. The last few years, especially Skip has said the Dodgers have started out slow and put themselves in a hole. Well, this team has started on fire this year, and they might be dangerous.
Well, we'll fucking see. I know the Dodgers fucking lost last night 2-1 to the fucking Padres, and I'm not going to lie. I should know because I had the motherfuckers.
Yes.
So piece of shit motherfuckers. Padres can suck a fucking cock. It is what it is. Also, don't forget about Milwaukee's Christian Yelich, buddy. Like Cody Bellinger's 14 home runs before May, They're tied for the all-time record. Yeah. Hey, where's all the big boys? They hurt? Harper, where you at, bud? Trout, where you at? Guys got $1 billion, half a bill between the two of you. Where you at?
They're out spending it or doing something.
You're fucking your bitch collecting that money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here we are giving out all that big money, and you got Yelich and Cody Bellinger off to fucking make history for the most amount of home runs.
And Glass now 5-0, getting $550,000.
Fucking amazing. Glass, no, you need to call me immediately. I'll take care of you. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to talk about nothing about who to bet on, how to get your money, who's going to win the fucking Kentucky Derby, and how you could break your bookie in half right after the break. Fair enough? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Stevie Wales, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer. Riding along with me is my man Paparazzi. Told you the first half, a couple different situations, broke down the Canelo fight. As you guys know, it is Cinco de Mayo weekend. And boy, am I going to get fucked up like Mexican Mafia. You know what I mean? Let's do this shit. Anyway, guys, break your pen and a piece of paper out because I'm going to show you guys how to get that money. Like I said, this show is all about sports betting information, how to make money against the spread, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody makes more money than me. Nobody wins more games. Don't ever fucking forget that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you need a guy that's going to ride with you throughout all this bullshit, he is I and I am him. Not too many people get inside information like I do. I deal with players, coaches, and CEOs. So I want to make sure that we get paid. It's all about winning games against the spread. Doesn't matter who wins the game. Matters who covers the fucking spread. You know what I mean, Poppy?
Correct, 100%.
Grab your pen and a piece of paper, guys. We're going to give you some more updates. Remember we've been talking about umpire matchups?
Yep, the last 4 weeks.
Well, guys, I'm not just saying it to waste my fucking breath. Let's go over it one more time. I'll take you by the hand. Once again, home umpires. Write that down. Bruce Dregman is now 6-0 with a home record. I started telling you about him when he was 2-0. Did I or not?
You did.
Nick Lentz, guess what, guys? He's now 6-1 at home with a home record. I told you about him when he was 2-0. I don't know what else to tell you, guys. That's information you can't get. So if you see these umpires at home, Bruce Dregman or Nick Lentz, you better take them because one's 100% and one's 90.
Correct.
So you got to do whatever the fuck it takes. Now, away umpires. When these umpires are behind the plate, the road team has been winning. When these teams are playing and this umpire is behind the plate, the road team wins.
If anybody's pen or pencil just broke or went out, I'd run and get another one because he's about to give you some very good information.
When these umpires are behind the plate, the away team wins. Bill Welk, 7-1. When he's behind the plate, home team's winning the away team's winning every fucking time. Stu Sherwater, 5-0 behind the plate. Away team wins every motherfucking time. Dana Demuth, however you want to say it, 5-1 to the away team every time he's behind the plate. John Tupain, 5-1 to the away team when he's behind the plate. So if you got Bill, Stu, Dana, or John behind the plate, you better bet whoever the fuck is on the road all day long.
Simple, 22-3.
Correct. And if Bruce Dregman or Nick Lentz are behind the plate, you bet that home team every fucking time. Now, if you tell me you knew that, stop lying. But like I said, I'm here for you guys. Let's go get this fucking money. Sports betting is a $1 trillion industry. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any investment in the fucking world. All you guys out there that have $5,000 sitting around, all you guys that are putting $100,000 in the stock market, one call, that's all. I'm doing a promotion today that's going to knock your fucking socks off. It's called the triple fucking threat. I'm going to give you 3 playoff games. I'm going to give you the Kentucky Derby, and I'm also going to give you the Canelo fight for $99 fucking dollars.
Wow.
And the better part about it is you're going to get it directly from me. You call my office right now, spend a $100 bill, talk to one of my guys. For $100, you're going to get 3 playoff games, the fight, the Kentucky Derby. What else you want me to do for a $100 bill? It's a $2,500 promotion. Do you want to turn $500 into $2,500? Do you want to turn $5,000 into $25,000? Call right the fuck now. I'll show you. I can show you a hell of a lot better than I can tell you. And I'm backing that 110% straight the fuck up.
Have you already started Cinco de Mayo? Because that's a pretty generous promotion.
Listen, I'm tired of these people getting bamboozled and fooled by these motherfuckers that do these YouTube videos or Instagram with their fake followers. You know, it's funny because, you know, I'm looking around this, that, and the other. And a lot of people have asked me, you know this guy, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I ran into a sports guy, shows on Instagram he has 600,000 followers, correct? But then you go to his comments, 50, 42. It's literally numerically impossible
Correct.
for someone to have 600,000 followers and have 40, 50 comments every time you put out a video. Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. Because last time I checked, we have 100,000 and we average about 150 comments, period.
Correct. Right where the average should be.
Do we have to delete 30 of them because they're stalkers? Pretty much, but it is what it is. Let's get right down to it, guys. We're going to recap. We talked about Kansas City. Guess what they do? 4-0, including pounding Tampa Bay from the back in that doubleheader yesterday. Got the job done. But more importantly, they're 4-1 to the over. So remember, even though you've seen them win against Tampa Bay, I think today will be a close game, but after that, they'll still fuck up. If you want to make money with Kansas City, you bet them to the over all day long. Now, we told you about this. We said, watch out for the over when it was at 1 unit. Since then, it's 4-1, guys. I just gave you a nice little 3 units. Consider that a gift, huh, Poppy?
Correct.
We talked about St. Louis last week, didn't I?
We did.
Cardinals are now 9-1 in their last 10 games, winning 5 straight games. I told you guys, look out for the Cardinals and play it. Remember, I only give you games to bet on. I don't fucking give you a marquee matchup on every fucking game. I only go over games to stay away from or games to bet. If you want to hear all the bullshit, go watch ESPN. This is a sports betting show, and the only advice I'm going to give you is how to make fucking money. If you want a second income and you want to break these fucking bookies, I'm going to show you how to money manage and discipline yourself so you can get that fucking paper, because you deserve an extra fucking brand new car in the driveway. You deserve a beach house in California. You deserve the finer things in fucking life. You know what I mean? Period. And so do your kids, and so do you. Shout out to all the good dads out there that take care of their kids.
You've told everybody listening, you know, when teams are hot and you're giving out these trends, that's when you want to jump on these teams or jump off. And we talked about the Cardinals. You jumped on them. You only have 9-1 the last 10 games.
Poppy, it's not a secret. Me and Skip have been talking about it for years. Number 1, you got to win on the road. Number 2, baseball is all fucking trends. For you fucking guys out there that are betting a team that's due to win, that's 0-6, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met in my life, dude. Oh, they're due to win, man. They lost 11 straight. Baseball is all fucking streaks, and you ride them till they fucking end. And even when they lose once, you still ride the streak till you get 2 L's. Plain and fucking simple. We've talked about it many times. Cardinals, back to talking about St. Louis, have allowed just 11 runs in the last 5 games. So not only are they scoring, their fucking pitching is phenomenal right now, dude. St. Louis has a big series, though, against the Chicago Cubs this weekend as well. However, the Cubs can suck my cock as well. They're a hit-and-miss team. They're good. They have talent. They win when you bet against them. They lose when you bet on them. They're a very iffy team. Chicago Cubs are not a team to bet on big. St. Louis-Chicago series, not a team to bet big money on. Cubs have scored 40 runs total in their last 5 fucking games. So they're hot as a pistol on offense, bro. Yeah. Here you got a team that's only given up 11 runs in their last 5 games versus the Cubs have scored 40 runs in their last 5 games. So it should be an iffy, shitty, fucked up game that you definitely want to stay away from and don't put your money on. Make sure you take advantage of that $100 promotion. I'll tell you who the fuck to bet on all weekend long. You don't need to guess. Fuck the rest. I'm the best. 1 call, that's all. You know what I mean, Poppy? Yeah. Cubs, by the way, also have 4 straight wins, and they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. So both these teams are hot as a fucking pistol. Somebody's coming out of this series the better team.
Yeah, right now, I mean, St. Louis right now, 9-1, Cubs 4 straight. As you said, not a game to bet on, and I think that's the message, guys. He has other games to bet on. There's so many games on the board where people aren't focused on, and that's the games he gets the information on. So everybody runs, oh, it's a great game to go watch. Well, great, go watch that game. But if you want to make money, he's got the information, and there's so many games where people, the lines might be a little soft, and that's what his information does. So for real, give him a call.
Well, not only that, Poppy, but let's just break it down a little bit. You know St. Louis's team very well. You know Chicago. What has to be the key factor in this game here to get the win?
I think if St. Louis's pitching holds up like it has, the Cubs will have no chance. If St. Louis's pitching falls apart, then the Cubs are going to be good. I mean, it really comes down, I think, to St. Louis's pitching holding hot or not.
I agree 110%. This is a fucking team that scored 40 runs in 5 games. They ain't fucking around. They're hitting a lot of Major League Baseball pitchers out there. You think they can handle them?
I do think Chicago can handle them if Chicago comes in hitting. But Skip told me before the season started that he thought Arizona was going to be a bad team, that he thought Arizona was going to give up a lot of runs. And Arizona's pitching, and that's what Chicago's been playing, does give up a lot of runs. So I don't fully I don't take that Chicago's bats are super, super hot against a great pitching team. And now they're going to go up against a team who can really pitch. So
shout out to my boy Big Skipper out there running the room, by the way. I'm looking at him right now. What up, Big Skippy? He's kicking ass and taking names. We're breaking records with what we're doing over here at VIP Sports, and servicing our clients is where we need Skip to be. Skip won't be on the podcast for weeks and weeks and weeks. So for the couple guys that keep asking where Skip is, Skip's part of our family. I hired him because he's one of the best salesmen in the world, and that's where he's at. We don't, make super money. I make millions of dollars in my sales room. I make hundreds of thousands doing the podcast. So just know that's the reason why. If it was up to me, we'd be doing both. We don't have enough time in the day to do both, and we're both blessed enough to have a lot of money, so our time is used very, very wisely. I like to spend time with my kids. He loves to spend time with his wife and kid.
correct.
Love you to death, homie. Keep it running. And like I said, we're going to keep the podcast coming, correct? I'll miss my boy, too, but I'm going to get some other guys in here, some guests, a couple women in here. I know you guys want to see some tits or a woman guest here and there. We'll see what we can do for you guys.
Do you have any volunteers, any women who'd like to come and strip on the show?
No, because we'll get a bunch of phone calls and a bunch of texts, and that'll do nothing but cause problems at home. You know what I mean? I mean, Ava Fiore, where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? I know that gig was, she had it right when we wanted to bring her on.
Yes.
I was busy, and then now she has a gig. So sooner or later, where you at, sweetheart? We're going to get something on, see if these people like us. You know what I mean? Arizona Diamondbacks, we talked about them a lot last week. Diamondbacks are 12-4 in their last 16 games. But, can they keep it going? Yes or no?
No.
I don't think so either. Arizona has a big road trip coming up. Colorado Rockies, then Tampa Bay. They have a better chance of beating Colorado than Tampa right now. Tampa doesn't seem to have their shit together. Kansas City's putting a nice little hurting on them, and it seems like they're struggling this morning as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa, I think, is a little stronger at the start of the season than they're going to be. But still, with the pitching that they have, and especially at home, they're going to be very tough.
So for Arizona to go up against, let's just say, their first series with the Colorado Rockies, you think they're going to dominate that series, Poppy?
No. I think Colorado's bats are going to dominate that series.
At home they are, for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
Look out for Colorado at home every game. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Tampa Bay Rays. I think by the time that series is over, Tampa might have their shit back together. They got an all-star pitcher over there we talked about earlier, so we'll see. However, in baseball, if you don't score runs, the pitcher can only do so much.
Correct, and that's Tampa Bay's problem with Blake Snell, the MVP, and Glasnow right now with 5-0. They've got the pitching, but they have to score runs, and that's been a little bit of a problem.
Correct. They don't have too much bat support, like I said. Zach Greinke's now 5-1. He'll pitch Sunday at Colorado. What do you think about Zach?
You know, Greinke's always been a great pitcher. When he's on, he's tough. But beyond Greinke, they really don't have that strong of rotation. And I just see Colorado's bats doing some damage. And I don't think Greinke is enough a one-man show to handle Colorado in that ballpark.
Well, regardless if he's a one-man show, he's 5-1. You're saying that he can't handle Colorado's offense?
No, not in Colorado. I think Colorado hits him.
So you think Zach goes to 5-2?
I would say Zach goes
You're going to
to
go out on a
5-2.
limb and say he loses?
I'm saying he loses, and Colorado is plus money.
Does he get the L, though?
That's I'll say he does not get the L.
Well,
I say
come on,
the
have
team
some
loses.
balls. If they're going to
The
beat
team
him,
loses, he does not get the L.
all right. Anyway, Minnesota Twins have taken advantage of a very soft schedule, and when I say soft, soft is fucking drugstore cotton. They're 10-0 against the fucking Orioles, Royals, and Tigers. Now, is that saying a lot?
No, because the Orioles suck, the Royals suck, and the Tigers suck. So, no, that's not saying anything.
Anyway, they're 10-0. We said their schedule was very soft. However, they still took advantage of it. They could have easily slacked off, did what normal baseball players do on the road, and lost a couple games. However, they're standing strong. They're doing whatever it takes to get the job done, and they're fucking 10-0.
A few weeks ago.
Any other teams 10-0, Poppy?
No, a few weeks ago when Skip was here, he did say Cleveland will win that division. He made that very clear. I mean, excuse me, not Cleveland. Minnesota would win that division. He made that very clear. And he did say that through his scouting, this was the weakest division in baseball.
No doubt about it.
And he's 100% right. So they're beating up on weaklings. But you're right. To go on the road and win games, it's hard. 10-0, credit to them, no doubt, you know. But is Minnesota a team that I think is that type of team that's going to want to run and win 16 in a row? No. I think they're beating up on weaker teams.
Well, that's a fucking fact. But that's the path to a division title, Poppy. You
Yes, it
understand
is.
that? Don't ever
100%.
fucking forget that.
100%.
Beat up on the weaklings of the AL and hold your own against everyone else, and that's how you get into the motherfucking division title.
Correct.
Plain and fucking simple. The Twins homered 49 times in their first 25 games. Are they going to be a thorough team all year long like a legacy Boston or a legacy Yankees? Fuck no. Texas Rangers 10-1-1 to the over in their last 12 games. You want to write that down in case I'm talking too fast for your squares? Texas Rangers 10-1-1 to the over. So basically you want to get on Texas to the over in every fucking game if you haven't already. First 5 innings. Guys, to all you new sports bettors out there and to you experienced sports bettors out there, there's been so much money to be made in the first 5 inning bets, it's not even fucking funny. Anyway, in the first 5 innings, write this down, guys, these are the highest scoring teams in the first 5. So basically, if you were betting the over in the first 5, these are the teams that you might want to have, Poppy. Seattle, 3.8 runs in the first 5. Texas, 3.8 runs in the first 5. Atlanta, 3.3 runs in the first 5. Minnesota, who we just talked about, 3.3 runs in the first 5. Milwaukee, 3.2 runs in the first 5 innings. Guys, look for serious matchups. Look for these two teams to be playing each other. Look for teams that score. Look for different things than betting just the normal side or the fucking total. That's what true sports consultants do. Real sports consultants don't play parlays. They don't do round robins. They bet straight fucking bets, and they pick their spots and look for information like this. Pitcher umpire matchups, first 5 innings stats, trends that people, 10-0 trends that are winning. Guys, wake the fuck up. I don't want to see the bookie get any more of your money. Call 877-220-6540, spin a $100 bill, work with me personally, and get the Kentucky Derby, 3 playoff games, and that Canelo fight. What else can I do for him, Pop?
I don't know.
Now, if you're betting the first 5, I'm going to tell you the lowest scoring teams. Poppy, who's number 1 as far as the lowest scoring team in the first 5?
Miami, they're scoring 1.4 runs per game.
Who else?
San Francisco.
Are you guys writing this shit down, please? I just gave you the hottest teams to bet the over, who scores the most in the first 5. Now I'm telling you who scores the least. Write this shit down because you don't know it on your own. Go ahead, Poppy. Number 1,
okay.
Lowest scoring team in the first 5 innings.
Miami at 1.4.
Okay.
San Francisco Giants at almost 1.5 runs. San Diego Padres at 1.5 runs. The Detroit Tigers at 1.7 runs. And Cincinnati at almost 1.8 runs.
All 5 of those teams can't score 2 runs in the first 5 fucking innings. Those are teams that you want to look on a marquee matchup to bet the under in the first 5. Guys, don't let these bookies take advantage of you with their bullshit fucking traps. Don't let some stupid-ass fucking sports consultant that wants to be me, taking pictures like me, acting like me, fool you. Don't let these fucking guys that send you some bullshit email, text message, claiming to be world-class handicappers who are calling you from a Motel 6, who don't even have enough money to bet a game, if they lived in Vegas. 9 out of 10 of them live outside the state. Don't be fooled by the fucking smoke and mirrors. VIP Sports is thorough, licensed and bonded, been in the same location almost 17 fucking years, company that does $15 million. Like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers fucking don't. I'm the best sports consultant money can buy, and I want to help you because, after all, you fucking deserve it, period. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the NHL playoffs. Talk to me, Poppy.
All right, favorites were 2-0 last night straight up, but the underdogs still lead 7-6 here in the second round. 33-23 straight up overall. Overs are 6-5 this round. Over and unders now are tied 27-27-5 overall. First period overs 30-28-1. First period unders 7-6 this round. So pretty much even throughout the playoffs. A recap last night, 52 minutes into last week's show. Steve had said, make sure you bet the New York Islanders to the under. The result? Only 1 goal scored in game one.
Absolute blowout winner, just like the shirt, guys.
Yes,
you got
sir.
winners and losers. Which one are you? Make sure you cop one of these fucking shirts.
They scored only 1 goal in game one and only 3 goals scored in game two. Both games, absolute blowout winners.
No doubt about it. That's what we do. Like I said, ABW Bland is going fucking nationwide. Be looking forward to take over. Make sure you represent the merch line. Fair enough? Everybody that buys a T-shirt the day that the line drops gets a free 3 days of service.
There you go.
So basically, you're buying a shirt for $50, $100, whatever the fuck you spend, and getting a $200 weekend for free. Anyway, Bruins at Columbus tonight. This should be the best game on the fucking board. It's an evenly matched game. However, I would give the advantage, maybe the slight advantage, to the home team in this one here. Blue Jackets are up 2-1 in tonight's game. We'll see. It's in Columbus. What do you think needs to be the key factor? I mean, Bruins were hot. They're still hot. What do the Bruins need to do to get this win?
Well, Columbus in their last 15 games are 13-2. The only team they've lost to is the Boston Bruins.
They have a good goalie also, Poppy.
Columbus has gotten hot at the right time. Everybody had talked about Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had set the record for the best record overall ever. But they got not hot at the right time. They got very cold, where Columbus seems to have gotten hot. Columbus is playing physical. They're playing fast. They're playing great hockey. Tonight, I think Boston might give them a game tonight, but Columbus is definitely a team that's got a shot, and this is going to be a good game tonight.
Game you might want to stay away from, San Jose Sharks at the Colorado. Colorado fucked themselves out of the first one, celebrated after they scored that second goal to tie it, was so worried about and excited, gave up a goal 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
You got to be composed, guys. This is a fucking national fucking championship. You better be ready to fucking roll. You know what I mean? San Jose at Colorado tonight. The Sharks are up 2-1 in this fucking series. What do you think happens here, Pop?
It's very hard right now for me to root for the Sharks after what happened to the Knights.
Correct.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, if you did that in the first game, you got your dick right in your fucking ass because Colorado got their ass whooped.
Yep. I think Colorado at home tonight, it's pretty much a must-win for them. I think Colorado will get the job done tonight, but it's a game for me to stay away from.
Absolutely. I have an NBA segment that I'm supposed to go into right here, but here's what I'm going to do for the NBA segment, and I want you guys to write that down. I don't know if you guys can see this or not on camera.
Oh.
What that is,
picture of a
NBA
dick?
can need a big fat dick. I wouldn't put $1 fucking on it. If you have a sports consultant and they're giving you NBA games, all they're doing is guessing with your money. If you want a motherfucker that's going to give you experience with your games, take advantage of that promotion, and we'll go from there. I'm not even wasting my breath talking about the NBA fucking playoffs because they're a waste of my fucking time. I do want to talk about some entertainment news that's very sad. Hip-hop news, Bushwick Bill, as you know, the Rap-A-Lot family, very close to me. Founding member of the legendary Houston hip-hop group, the Ghetto Boys, a group I grew up on. My mind playing tricks on me. Sometimes you got to lose an eye to see clearly. I taught Skip that line. He loved that shit. I got that from Bushwick Bill. He announces he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer on Wednesday, which pretty much means he's announcing I'm dying. He said, I figured keeping it to myself isn't really helping anybody, and it's not like I'm afraid of dying, because if anybody knows anything about me, ever so clear, I died and came back on June 19th, 91, which I remember very clear. That's when he came back with the album Resurrection. So I know that it's like on the other side, he says. So that's really not what it's about for me. I've never been scared to die, and I'm not scared to die now. He said, it's about life and when you're alive and loving life and being here for your family. When a motherfucker like that is in a dying position, I mean, you realize how precious life really is. And, I mean, I look at certain things that I take advantage of, and shit like this just makes me want to focus a little bit more. But shout out to Bushwick Bill, man. You've had a crazy life. You've had a celebrity life. You did your thing, came from nothing and turned it into something. God bless you. God bless your family. And I hope there's something they can do. You know what I mean? Anything else you want to talk about, Paparazzi, as far as who's hot, who's not?
Not really. I mean, I'm ready to go. This weekend's going to be a great weekend with the fight, with the Derby, playoff games, baseball. I mean, it's the weekend to call Steve Stevens for his promotion, for sure.
It's the Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, promotion of the fucking year, guys. You got the Kentucky Derby. You got fucking NHL championship. You got NBA playoffs. You got the Canelo fight. Kentucky Derby, not to mention all of the Mexican food, all of the fucking exotic shit that's going to be going on this weekend. Las Vegas is going to be off the hook. Make sure you take advantage of it. Like I said, if you're in town, make sure you stop by the office. Come by, get you an absolute blowout winner and one of those blowout winner t-shirts. You know what I mean? I want to help you expand your horizons. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any other investment right now, and I want to help you. Fuck trying to learn on your own. Fuck trying to look at all those numbers and understand it. Nobody hits more than 60% handicapping. Ask all these other guys in the fucking industry. Anybody that has on their website 50-0, 20-0, buy this package for $99 and go 60-0 and get a month free. If you fall for that shit, I have oceanfront property to sell you in Summerlin, Las Vegas, Nevada. Guys, you got to get a little bit more focused. Shame on you the first time, that's fine. You get fucked over twice, that's your fucking problem. One thing about me is I can help you learn money management and discipline and focus yourself. I can motivate you, show you how, when things aren't going so good in your life, how to uplift yourself and stay positive. Surround yourself around positive people, even if you have a bunch of negative shit around you. You know, there's a lot of people in this world who have spouses or friends who on the down low act like they want them to win and I want you to be the best, but really deep down want you to lose. And for you people out there, I understand it. Guys that make money, guys that are balling out of control, a lot of people want to see you fail. And a lot of people that aren't making any money, people want to push you down even further. Fuck that. You could be the best fucking asset you have, or you can be the worst. In my case, it's always myself. I got to remotivate myself, rededicate myself, reprogram myself, know when to put the fucking stuff on the batteries and relax and recharge myself. But one thing that I always know how to do is leave my problems at the door and come to work and give it 100%. I don't give a fuck what you do in life, what occupation you have. I don't give a fuck if you're a porno star. In order for you to get your dick hard and fuck for hours, you got to leave your problems at the door. So the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, let me enhance your life ability. Let me show you how to get the finer things in life, and more important, a second income betting sports. Nobody can do what I can do for you, and I want to be your fucking huckleberry. I want to show you how to break these bookies. I want to show you how they're trapping you, and more importantly, how to make an extra 6 figures. You call advantage of my promotion right now, I guarantee you in those 3 days, I will make you more money betting sports than you do at your day job. And I'm backing that 110%. On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, we love you. I want you guys to have a fantastic weekend. I want you to party, get fucked up, but more importantly, make sure you're on the winning side. One call, that's all. Take advantage of my promotion. If you get drunk, make sure that you get a lift. Don't drink and drive. I don't want you hurting yourself. Better yet, my family. Shout out to everybody that's in the military. Thank you for supporting our country and allowing me to do whatever I want, allow me to win games for people and make them millions of fucking dollars. You got winners and you got losers. Which one are you? We love you. Peace. Thanks for stopping by, Poppy.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got